Recording on. Greetings, welcome to Dark and Die presents Flotsam and Jetsam Season 3, Episode 14. I'm your host, Adam's DM. Ahmed is currently traveling. Mark is working. How you doing? How you doing, bud?
We're doing okay. We're trying to survive. I've added in so I've got one more judo tournament this season. So I'm ramping, and then the club slows down for the summer. So I'm ramping up like a summer training regiment. So we've got more we're doing more cardio, and we're lifting more weights, and then I've added some jiu-jitsu into the mix. So the jiu-jitsu is fun. It's a lot slower, and I don't want to use the word easier because they're very particular. It's like you're doing like a very similar kind of like hold down or transition into a pin, and when you do it the judo way, they're like, it's a good strong pin, fast, explosive, good job, you got him. And then the jits guys are like, your toes not at the right angle. Like it's a little bit like no. If you need a bend you have to bend your ankle a little bit, pull it on the inside, slide it through. Yeah, no, just slide it through properly. Like one's more results oriented, I'd say. It's the other one's like, no, how you get there is also part of the gig. But we're having fun. We're having fun with it. And then the shed did get built.
Cool.
The shed is done. I put the roof on the shed, so that's all good. What else was on the fly?
To the applause of your next door neighbors.
To the applause of my next door neighbors. Yep, the next door neighbors. Well, they applauded me pushing down the old shed. I've finally taken all the garbage away, and then I've been playing Jedi Survivor, and I'm getting towards the final bosses, and the story absolutely shits itself to death. Like, it wasn't fantastic to start with.
Oh, no.
And then you get to some of the end encounters, and you're like, why are you making me play this person? I didn't play this person the whole game. In fact, the person wasn't a popular character in the first game, so they're not barely in the second game. Why do I suddenly have to play this person for the last level of the game? Why am I doing this to play? Why? And then you beat Darth Vader, and you're not supposed to beat Darth Vader, but you beat Darth Vader. It's like, okay. I guess we just slapped Darth Vader around for a bit.
You're like, no, I'm your father.
Like, I'm your father.
I'm your daddy.
Who's your daddy? I'm your daddy. It's just it got, which is like, you end up with a fight that's really cool, and then you do like this body swap for like the last hit. It's like there's a kill steal, and you're like, oh, that's really frustrating. Then you do this next session where they're like, oh, there's a secret extra mission, and you're in the secret extra mission, and they're like, you reach the end of the boss's health bar, and then they do a cutscene where he kicks your ass, and they play the other person. And it's like, I'm pretty certain I slapped their ass all around the mountaintop to get to the cutscene where I lose.
I've kind of wanted to, throughout the years, like a passing interest, not enough for me to actually go and do something about it, but play Star Wars in some version as a role-playing game. We played a little bit of the D6 version and a little bit of the D20 version when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be such an investment to do it as a DM, though, to like get into like Star Wars universe and set up plot lines, and like it's an investment to do it. And
if you would have talked to me between the ages of like 12 and 24,
yep,
my brain was just like Star Wars knowledge.
That's why I said there's a passing interest, but it's like, oh, okay, we're gonna get together. We'll play the thing that we always play.
Right. Well, it's like the way the stories are told is fun. At least the older stories, where it's like it has a level of, you need to buy into the physics and the rules and stuff.
Yeah.
And it is like interesting how you got there. and within the world, how they made everything logically consistent. And then I'm going to complain about Disney, but pre-Disney nuking everything
Yeah.
was like had a basis.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm less interested in trying to do the mental gymnastics about what lore is in and out with the pre and post Disney. I like, yeah.
For me, it's
I
very straightforward. It ends at Disney bought it, and that's where
Disney
the lore
wanted
stopped.
it ends.
Oh, all the lore stopped. Like everything released after
Some of
that
the
point.
Mandalorian stuff is kind of fun
Well,
though.
the argument can be made for some of the Clone Wars stuff that continued on under
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
But I never really watched any of that. But I just know that people tended to like it. But
Right. This is not Star Wars. So what
no.
have I been up doing? I've been watching a bunch of movies. The Borderlands movies absolutely sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I did not play Borderlands, but I tried to watch it, and it was like, oh, this is trash. This is trash tier.
Okay, I played the games. I played them with Ahmed. I played them with
Yep.
Jeff. I played the first two games all the way through. They are the epitome of the looter shooter. The genre is retarded. Like it's no good. It's bad genre.
The chemistry between the main characters that are basically forming a murder hobo squad was just was lacking. Like it tried to be what is it called? Guardians of the Galaxy. And it just
Yeah.
ended up. They tried to be a party, and I just didn't feel like it was all that great.
The games aren't good.
Okay.
Like the games are interesting and quirky and have an art style.
Yep.
They don't really tell a story. Like the story is you're on the desert planet and it's full of old technology and vaults. Go get them.
Mickey 17 was a fun little movie.
Mickey 17. Is that like a Disney thing?
No, it is about human 3D printing.
Oh, this looks weird.
Yeah, it's a sci-fi human 3D printing. It was a fun romp. Like it was an interesting movie that
my word, the vampire guy is getting old looking. The Harry Potter guy's getting super old.
It's like a sci-fi satire, I think. Maybe there's a bit of satire in it. Like it doesn't take it's a tiny bit silly. It's like not the most serious movie ever, but it was enjoyable. What else have I watched recently that was good?
The art makes it looks like a blah, blah, blah. I'm just looking at the posters. Makes it look like a Wes Anderson kind of like Soviet block, like a movie, about.
There's an element of post-apocalypse to it, I guess, and humanity going out to the stars. It's basically a movie where they shuck the giant fucking ball of like random elements. What do we make this movie out of? Human 3D printing. All right. With a few other elements mixed in, but yeah, it was decent enough that I didn't foresee what the movie was about just by hearing that much.
Yeah.
Okay, why don't we do a recap what happened last game? Last game was called Session Log Reef Claws. The Happy Barnacle Pirates treat with a were-dolphin who warns of dangers on Bone Rack Isle. A party of Marines raids the territory of the Reef Claws. Ganzorig takes Tio on a scouting mission, spotting a pack of fresh ghouls on the island. And I think we left off with both away parties reconnoitering, returning to the Happy Barnacle.
Yep. All right, so
one group with a dragging Big Mama Reef Claw and a broken boat.
Yes.
I'm just going to return the broken boat to its original size, and then
you got the pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll take a big spell to fix. That's all.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, let's cut you. We'll go back to the Happy Barnacle. Oh no. don't need to. Control Z. No, that's not how that works. Okay.
So we'll keep Big Mama, and you can get rid of all the dupes.
All the dupes.
We'll keep the Banta Ape, though. I don't know if we have dupes of that or not.
Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, the party returns with a broken boat, a massive reef claw corpse, and several bags full of skulls. You getting waved down by the captain and Rose.
Give me a second. I just need to unlock the door. I'm still within. You can still talk.
Okay. The party makes their way in, and they are accepted aboard. It looks like we had interesting hunting, gentlemen. Please make your way aboard.
He's talking to which group?
He's talking to Jinshur, Karen, Black Dog, Banta.
Okay, yep.
Their ropes are thrown down to help you up.
Piece of the boat gets thrown off of the.
It appears that the beastie got the better of the boat, and you're missing some numbers.
Yeah, Genzorig and Tio went on a scout.
Good. Are we successful? Does everybody have the same number of digits as they did previously?
The reef claws suffered some losses.
Looks like we'll be eating well tonight, or is that not the intent of your capture?
It's got poison.
In the right location, that thing delivered alive would fetch a mighty fine price.
Yes, Captain. It is intelligent.
Sebastian looks at Grimsby.
It may not be advised in some cultures to eat other intelligent beings.
It's, I don't normally like my seafoods, but it's looking not the worst.
Sebastian, being a highly intelligent goldfish, which is food for many things, might be sensitive about eating intelligent sea creatures.
Yes, well, who knows what ghoulish curse it might have. Its meat might be spoiled by the ghoulish curse upon the island. I would definitely put it on Salt, Captain, and sell it to somebody else. It is a mighty prize.
Well, do what you can with the... Does anybody object to the... I forgot if Sebastian has a formal position aboard the ship.
I don't think so. He lost the quartermaster vote.
Yep.
Against Sun.
I think he lost all of his votes.
He thinks that he is the cartographer and the ship know-it-all.
Does anybody object to the cartographer's suggestion?
Oh.
Well, I wouldn't mind eating the thing. Soft objection. Conscientious objector. We should eat it.
Oh yeah, I'm a little peckers.
It's smart. Oh.
It's not that smart. Look at him.
That's all it would take to turn into a ghoul. A little taste.
Well, if you're already wet, you don't need a raincoat, does you?
This is noble food. None of your nobles. And even if you were, you're not anymore.
Okay. There's a slightly dismayed look from Banta. Like there's he looks there's a little bit like oh. Ooh.
Yeah, we'll stuff it into the hold. Black Dog is going to go and get one of the alchemists to help him pull poison out of this thing, though.
Okay. One of the party. Am I confused? I thought one person had failed the poison, or maybe I'm incorrect there.
No, Jin did.
Jin. So Jin's got a. Okay, where Jin's still working on his communal delay poison.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll do a heal check against the poison.
Okay.
Let me check my spells. I don't think I prepared a neutralize poison. Nope. Not that that's automatic. And looking at our scrolls, let me look at our... This poison is, what, a dex poison?
It is a strength poison.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We have a potion of neutralized poison in our backlog. And the DC of this was what?
The DC... you got poisoned by not the big one, but by one of the smaller ones, correct? Like the big one, but
I don't think the big one hit any of us.
No, the big one hit Jinsher.
Okay.
Like the big one did hit Jinsher and then was unable to grapple him because Jinsher had freedom of movement. So I think it actually is the big one. Okay. So the DC for this is quite high. It's DC 28 fort save.
28.
Mm-hmm.
And with a heal check, I can raise the saving throw. Give me a second. Treat poison. The DC of the poison, you receive a +4 competence bonus. And I assume we're scaling this.
If you get more than 38.
Yeah. All right, Jin is going to, before we start pulling poison out of it, he's going to pull Lee off to the side. Jin is going to explain that show Lee that he got poisoned pretty badly.
That's not good.
We do have antitoxin. Give me a second. I wonder if you could take it now.
I am uncertain.
Yeah, I'm looking it up. You get a +5 alchemical bonus on fortitude saves for 1 hour. So I think we're going to use one of the antitoxins right around the time when the delay poison will run out.
Okay.
I ticked it off, and then we'll make the heal check as we're trying to pull out some of the poison now.
Okay. Right. Karen wants to be nearby in case you need the luck of the god of strength and athletics.
A +4 aid from Lee. And then this is the heal check, not the saving throw.
Yep.
Jin, play doctor on yourself. Gets a 45 on his save.
Okay,
on his check.
That's a +5.
Because it's 28, 38. Okay. All right. Do you want me to roll his saving throw now?
Are you dismissing the delay poison spell, or are you waiting for it to run out naturally?
How much time are we into our spells at this point?
You are several hours in. So you'd be.
We're not planning on doing anything else today.
It's up to you.
I think we're traveling around to get closer to the other
Correct.
the wreck. Yeah. So I think we could dismiss the spell.
Okay. Corinne is going to give you the blessings of the mighty gods, so you can roll twice.
Oh, nice.
You have 1 minute to use it.
Okay. 42 and 44 on the save. Oh, and Jin also has a bonus against poisons. So
Okay.
it's a 44 and 46.
All right. You make your first save because you failed your first save to be poisoned in the first place because we did roll that one.
Yep.
So you end up taking 1 strength damage from that was just the cumulative damage from the delayed poison that was the delayed poison was preventing, and you make your first save.
Okay.
You still feel it within you.
Right.
Let me double check. I believe it's each round. It is each round. Okay. Oh, sorry. Cure 1 save. Okay, no, you're good.
Tier 1 save? Okay, good.
Cure 1 save. Sorry. Nope. The DC is really high, but the number of save, the cure is just 1 save.
Yeah, we would have. We would have had to re-roll the heal checks, but that alchemical creation is on all for 1 hour. So, yeah.
Well,
All right.
the treat poison. I think that should have continued, or it wouldn't because treating poison I think takes 10 minutes. Oh, standard action.
Every time the poison character makes a saving throw poison, you make a heal check.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You gotta basically doctor.
You're playing doctor continuously. Okay, cool.
Okay, so we're better. Aside from the 1 strength damage, I think we will just burn our lesser restoration and get rid of that.
Okay, you feel refreshed. At this point, you can see people are shouting about there's a.
He had a neutralized poison spell prepared in his domains. I didn't notice. Oh, we'll keep it. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
That's a caster level check. I think versus the DC of the poison. I think that spell is close to useless.
Well, especially with poison scaling with the character's monster DC or whatever.
D20 plus caster level against the DC of each poison affecting the target.
And I didn't have to use the new rules to make that poison DC. That was just the poison DC. Or it was the poison DC plus a small number.
Greater neutralized poison? That's cool. I didn't realize that spell existed. You automatically succeed the caster level checks.
I don't want neutral, I want dead. Okay, from the Book of Magic. Also reverses all instantaneous and permanent effects caused by poison, such as ability damage, ability drain.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of a heal spell. At that point, you might as well just cast heal. Except for the ability drain. Interesting. Written by a third-party source, so I don't know if that's valid. Anyways, okay, so Jin gets rid of it. We're going to wait for Ganzorig and Tio to come back. We're going to stash Big Mama Reef Claw. We're going to, I guess the alchemists are going to go and see if they can extract things. Lee will help Sebastian.
Okay. Okay, as you're stashing the Reef Claw, Sunwoo, are you trying to repair is the boat being repaired right now, or is it just being left?
Yeah, Sunwoo can cast he will cast a Greater Make Whole.
Okay, 1 Greater Make Whole is sufficient to repair the boat.
Nice.
How many? One second. I think it makes the boat a functional boat again. Make whole. Okay, so The make whole will turn it back into a boat. It'll actually need probably a couple more castings over time to get it like up to full repair. Because
he's a spontaneous caster. He'll cast 2, 3. How many do you want?
So it would roll 10 or roll 1d6 per caster level plus 1. I like your caster level 9 for transmutation.
Yep.
Okay, so 9d6 plus 9.
34.
Okay, the boat is no longer doesn't even have the broken condition.
Okay, so it require a second one.
Second one to bring it back to full.
39.
Okay, it is fully repaired. That was
good. All right, we'll stick the long straw back where it's supposed to be. And then Big Mama. How much poison can we extract from her?
okay. In the combat, she didn't get too many attacks off.
There's an aid.
All right. You are going to get a so it'll be DC 20 Craft Alchemy will get you 1/2 her con modifier worth of doses. DC 30 will get her con modifier. DC 40 will get 1.5 con modifier. DC 50 will get 2 con modifier.
Okay, Lee and Sebastian get a 44 working together.
Okay, so the con modifier of the creature was plus 9.
And they don't accidentally poison themselves.
So 13 doses of DC 28 or your class DC, or is it class? It's DC 28 or your class DC. Strength poison. It's 1d2 strength for 4 rounds.
So 13 doses of Mama Grief Claw poison. DC 29. 28. And it's what? How many?
It's 1 save, D2 strength, 4 rounds.
1d2 strength, 4 rounds. Okay. Wow.
It's very tough to shake, but the damage is relatively low.
I'm gonna put half of it onto Black Dog, because Black Dog is observing and is interested in the poison.
It's an injury poison if you care. I don't know if you deal with contact or consumption stuff on your sheets.
Oh, I'll make note of it.
Okay.
Yeah, every little bit helps, especially at that DC. Woo-wee.
Oh, the DC is ridiculous. This would be a bajillion gold pieces if you were selling poisons.
And then the Reclaw, I think Lee goes about preparing it like it's a crustacean once the poison sacs are removed. Preparing it for transport. Basically, it becomes cargo that we're going to sell.
Okay. All right.
What's it worth? The giant...
Oh, the
claw...
giant
body meat?
Reef claw? Give me 1 second. I'm going to... all right. This thing is... we are going to... Yes. Okay, so they are hunt and fished, and they weigh that amount at that size. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 size categories larger. The thing about sea creatures is they can be really heavy. All right, so all right, I've got that number. Cost of preserved. All right, it is $40 per pound. And that is $50. Okay. You have give me a craft culinary.
Yeah, this is Lee that's doing it.
Yeah. You to get the full value out of it, you have to get 30.
Oh wow. Okay. What would the DC be with alchemy?
The DC would be I think it would be add 10 to the DC to use alchemy in place.
Yep.
Or it'd be simpler to do it, but just add like you get half the value out of the good.
Okay, we'll do alchemy because I think we've got enough alchemists.
Okay, you're not coming at it from a culinary perspective. You're like, this is the right way to preserve a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sebastian is going to aid Lee instead of the other way around, even though it's not economical. So it's a +3. Lee has 9 ranks in profession cook. Does that provide any synergy?
If Lee's the one leading it, then yes, it does.
Okay, 2.
Yep.
We get 36.
Okay. You have 8,000 gold pieces worth of preserved reef claw meat.
That's awesome.
The reason why I was saying it's hard and there's a multiplier. Many ports, like this is not a common trade good at most of the places you go. They do need to be a little bit hoity-toity.
Yeah, it's too bad we burned our bridges at Opar.
That would be a place where they would take it.
But I'm sure that Sanghor is big enough that we'd be able to dump this.
Yep. They
Okay,
might want
that's significant amount of trade goods. Yeah, we're going to keep it preserved.
Additionally, the meat from this thing is 5,000 pounds.
Okay.
Like the preserved.
Yeah.
It's huge.
All right. It's cargo at this point in time.
It's just taking a weight in your cargo hold.
Do you want to say that 500 gold pieces worth of salt goes away as we use that to preserve the...
That sounds very appropriate. Yep.
Okay. Like, hey, we've got salt on hand. Giant reef claw meat preserved in salt, 5,000 gold pieces. See, there's a good reason why we went on minor piracy.
Yeah, we need to get where else do you get your spices?
Nice. All right. I think so. Lee and Sebastian were busy. Black Dog was playing with poison.
Ganzorig and Tio, as they're like during this process is when they end up approaching.
Okay. They fly on land near the captain.
Good to see you back, gentlemen.
Oh, he did okay. There's a new shipwreck near the Infernus?
The Infernus, yeah.
The wreck of the Infernus. Looks like Imperial privateers. They all got turned into ghouls and they're eating eggheads.
That's terrible fate.
We took out one of the big ones, a guy carrying a big axe or a sword or something. Tio did okay.
Damn straight that Tio did okay.
Okay, well, he's still a junior officer. Okay, you can get off the griffin now, Blue.
Tio puts his hand up to shake.
Genzorg?
Yep.
Genzorg slaps it a bunch of times. Too slow.
Okay.
They're playing two different games.
They're playing two different games, yeah. He straightens his collar. He pops his collar. Mission accomplished, sir.
We might want to go there to take out the ghouls. I don't know, because they're like able to burrow in the earth. I don't know if they're going into the ankheg holes or if they're eating the ankhegs and taking some of their earthy powers. Anyways, it's Grumbar. It's Grumbar shit and needs to be destroyed. Also, we should go check out the wreck. There's a second wreck that we might be able to loot on the far side of that. On the far side.
Any objections? Actually, we should be calling, as this is not currently an emergency, we should be calling upon our members of leadership to decide what our next step is in an appropriate and communal fashion.
Oh, okay.
As per the code.
Yeah, well, you're a captain. Just make a call.
We will follow the code.
Okay, fine. He just ends up brushing Krimler.
There are two known wrecks before us. Which one do we plunder first? North or west? These are our options. Both of them. That's what I said.
Might I suggest that the closer of the two wrecks is the one to the north? And we know the treasure there. It's an old boat of mine.
Which captain was that?
You're asking if
12th.
I took good notes.
I think it's 12th.
I
think it was 12th.
Captain Hida Fogram disappeared during the storm that wrecked the Undaunted. Very dangerous shores to the north. We should probably tool around away from the rocks and send some people over to fetch whatever we need.
Bone Rack has a strong tradition of causing ill upon those who sail around her shores. We will take precautions, and we have a strong marine corps. Any objections to sailing north?
Sodak got his hand up and then he puts his hand down. He's like waiting to talk, but was an objection.
Artillerist Sodak.
I have runes. I forget how Sodak talks.
He's the chest tumor guy from Total Recall.
I think he has runes from that make things lighter.
He does. He can lighten things or harden things.
Feather light. Inscribe an item. Weight is halved. A metal's item's weight is reduced to a quarter. And these things last, if he uses 3 runes, will last 90 minutes. If he uses 4, will last for 9 hours. So he's letting people know that he should be sent to the wreck so that he can inscribe runes on the multi-thousand-pound cannon to easily transport it back.
Yes.
An excellent idea. Sergeant Sodak should go there.
Gravity of...
It's Sergeant Major.
Oh.
Title? First Sergeant? I don't know. Did it not? Nom de guerre, Sergeant Major. Okay.
Do we have enough? Please ensure there's enough away muscle to acquire the booty in the north. Recuperate as best you can as we sail. Also, Sergeant Major Sodak, have Jin Shur look at your eye. It appears off.
Yeah, so time tracker. I think I put this down somewhere. Sodak's atonement happened on the 12th of the second month. Oh, sorry, the 13th day of the second month of summer. It is now the third. It's now the first of the next month. 19 days. Now I don't think he crafted 19 cannons, but he did. Let's see. He started crafting cannons on the 19th, and he's still going. So he's cast Fabricate 12 times.
So he's got a minus. Well, he's got at least a minus 14, if not a minus 15, depending on because he did one extra prep.
Penalty minus.
Let's go 14.
14 perception. Okay. I'll just put that at the top of this sheet. Curse penalty. I assume he's already gone and bothered Jin at this point.
Yeah. It just.
And Jin came to the conclusion that it's a oracle, like it's a god curse, like it's like an oracle curse. It's a thing he has to live with.
It's a. Give me a heal check for Jin Shur or a knowledge religion.
We do have a little bit of that. So heal would be higher, 29, and the knowledge religion is 17.
Okay. Yeah, it is definitely magical. What the curse is.
Mm-hmm.
There appears to be a lead ball in his eye. And it seems to be growing.
Does Jin have an idea of how difficult the eye surgery would be to remove the lead ball and keep the eye intact?
Conceptually, you know what you would need to do it.
Okay.
But we're talking like DC 80 kind of like it's an extremely complex surgery.
He needs fucking LASIK surgery.
Right. You have to.
And lasers don't exist.
Right. You need to cut the cornea off the eye, fish out the ball, and then stitch the cornea back on the eye.
So Jin knows what it takes to remove the eye without.
And when I'm saying cornea, I might mean retina. But,
Jin knows what it takes to remove the whole eyeball without killing him, right?
Yes, he can remove the whole eye. Yep.
Okay, and I assume Sodak has refused.
He said no. But what makes it not natural is you suspect that the ball is made out of looks like it's made out of metal.
Mm.
You can physically see it when you look into his eye. Like there's this big spot. It is like suspended in the center. It's not like gravity isn't impacting it correctly. Like it should be. The goo inside the eye is like a liquid, so it should be falling to the bottom, and it's not.
Okay. Yeah, Sodak tells the captain that all the options Jin has given him are unacceptable. It is a burden I have to bear.
That is the way of the sea. It is the way of Astitia from time to time.
All right, given that the others a bunch of them have done an away mission already today, who is going to go fetch the cannon? I think we need to take a big boat.
Big boat. The
cannons are large, so it could probably, at a quarter of its weight, it probably could fit in a huge boat.
So the cannons are, I want to say 10,000 pounds to start with, or are they 3,000?
No, they're more like 5 or 6. Let me find the listing for that.
Yeah, because a huge boat can carry 2,000 pounds, so that's no problem.
Okay.
So if it was like, if it's 5 or 6, you divide by 4. Yeah, it'll just go in. Blunk.
I do have this written down somewhere. Let me see. Ship Happy Barnacle. I have all the cannon stats there. Cannons weigh anywhere between 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. A large cannon. So a quarter of its weight is 1,000 to 1,500.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. So a modern boat of huge size would be able to hold at least that much weight. And then older boats would hold more than that. They're just the way they built them.
All right, we can use the Evan launch. That's fine. We can use a bigger boat. We're going to take Sodak. Who else is going to go with this one? Basically, the people who've gone already probably shouldn't.
Where?
Grimsby? Yeah.
How you doing, bud? I hear you need guides down to the bottoms.
You will go?
Yep, you're going to pick it up.
Oh, okay.
Daedalus is poking his head out of the bottom. He's not the best in the water.
Oh, Captain, I think you should order some people to go help them. 3 seems a little light with all the monsters that are roaming this island.
It's completely inappropriate.
Rose looks a little nervous. He doesn't say anything. Balmaris puts up his hand.
Balmaris. How well do you swim, Balmaris?
Well, Balmaris is a giant tree. And his swim is plus 16.
Plus 16? It's not terrible. And he weighs how much?
A treant weighs 4,500 pounds.
Balmaris, Grimsby, take Ogozu. That should be sufficient.
Ogozu and Balmaris swim behind the boat.
If you showed up to be like, I'm going to keep
I mean, the larger Eben launch is a gargantuan boat.
Yes.
So the huge.
No, Balmaris can go in. It's just once you put the cannon in, he might have to.
Yeah.
To paddle.
Yeah.
You can. You feel that you need. Is Sodak? Well, Grimsby can sail.
Lee can also sail. My guys have all been investing in profession sailor. So plus 15.
Rose makes certain nobody makes any mistakes while they're there.
Rose is like, eep.
Don't worry, we believe in you, son.
His profession sailor is plus 5. he's like the.
It's a chance for you to prove yourself in the pirating ways.
The manager who doesn't know the job is good.
There we go. Claws, clubs, teeth, cannons.
Is there anything on the Undaunted that Sebastian would like to salvage? Like, does he know of anything of value that's still there aside from the grappling hook and the cannon?
Give me a percentile roll.
Percentile? Yeah.
The lower, the more valuable the thing you know is.
98. No, the boat's fine. We got everything.
Everything that's important was in his bowl or in his mind, and what was in his mind was the most important thing there was.
Got it. He's not looking back. He is not offering to go and supervise. He doesn't give shit.
He doesn't give 2 shits.
Let's see. What was I going to look up? Whether or not we had a piece of the Undaunted.
Who's a good Ogozu?
Yeah, we've got pieces of it. So
Grimsby's scratching a Gozu under his jaw.
Sunwoo, before we even leave to go to the Undaunted, will just cast a track ship.
Okay.
What is the result of the Undaunted?
The Undaunted, I believe it shows an X on the map where it sunk. I believe that's what track ship does.
Yeah, I don't know if this thing's showing up as sunk or not sunk, given that it was kind of.
All right. The ship is not within the. Okay, so how big of a nautical chart are you using to cast the ship? Like what region? Because when you cast the ship, you actually have to pick you need to pull out a map.
Yeah, it'll be the map of the.
Oh, and the reason why this is important is it gives you how accurate are you with the dot, right?
Oh, I see. Do we have a map of Bone Rack?
I don't think you have a map of Bone Rack. I think you've got a map of the Shackles.
Okay, we'll use the Shackle map. That's fine.
Okay, so it's on the north coast of the Shackles. The spell does not fail. The ship reduced to 0 or fewer hit points. It changes to a skull and crossbones. It's a skull and crossbones.
Okay, but it's where it should be.
Right, which means that like it could be in the middle of the land. It could be landlocked in a skull and crossbones for like no, it died. Boat died.
All right. Somu he does that just out of curiosity because he knows that's our next step. He doesn't go and report anything to the captain. It's not important.
Okay. Right,
had it been somewhere else or not a skull and crossbones, he would have like.
Oh, yeah, well, it's the status report normal. Super urgent status report. Nothing is wrong.
Right. He was worried about other things. We've seen boats return from the deep before.
Yes. All right. The Ebon launch, with its very tiny crew in numbers, but very large crew in size, is making its way from the Happy Barnacle after about an hour of sailing to navigate the Happy Barnacle to north of Bone Rack Isle. The waves on this side of the island are a little bit harsher, so but you have a seasoned crew aboard the Happy Barnacle as it's being tossed around a bit. Give me a sailing check or professional sailor check for the Ebon launch crew.
Oh, okay. For the Ebon launch crew. Okay, so I've got a sheet that does this.
See.
Who is going to be the lead here?
It's going to be Grimsby or Sodak, methinks. Probably Sodak.
Sodak's a plus 12, Grimsby's a plus 15, Lee's a plus 15. Balmaris plus 15. So
we could do captain. We could.
Grimsby is normally.
Rock, paper, scissors for it.
We'll let Grimsby do it. We've got Lee aiding. We've got Balmaris aiding. And we've got
Sodak and Rose.
Sodak aiding. And Rose has got a plus 5. He can't fuck up, so he'll help.
I'm a pirate.
And do you want a roll or do you want a take 10?
Give me a take 10.
Okay. So Grimsby gets a 25 with a 36 from all the aids.
Okay. Without the aids, Grimsby would be having a really difficult time. And if you got yourself into combat or a storm, most likely this crew would sink. This is the waters are rough.
Yep. And a Gozu's base swim is plus his strength, which is 15.
So a Gozu has the advantage of having a swim speed and not being able to drown.
15 plus 23 with the swim speed. Yeah, plus 23.
Yeah. So he would have like the water is rough enough here that he might not always go the direction he wants to go, but he doesn't need to worry about breathing.
Yep.
Okay. And this group makes its way to the. I'm going to copy them. Let's go back to the Bone Isles.
Bone wreck shipwreck?
It's shipwreck and it's bone wreck shipwreck. I'm just gonna
I'll get rid of Kitano and a baby Crimlier.
baby
Yep.
Crimlier, little Banta.
Yeah, I could delete those, eh?
Yep. Some reef claws, a little raft. Oh, there it is. There it goes. It's a little bit more deteriorated, a little bit more worn down, a little bit spread out. There's give me who has the highest perception out of this group, and does anybody have low light? I don't. It's not Sodak.
Highest perception, yeah. Sodak's perception's +7 right now. Lee's got a +20. Balmaris has got a +15.
Lee's got dark vision.
Rose has a +11. Give me a second. Lee has low light. So does Balmaris.
Okay.
Grimsby would have dark vision.
Yeah, Grimsby dark vision.
Yeah,
Sorry, Balmaris has low light.
Yeah, the big trees have light.
The big trees have low light. Okay, there is something shining from the top of the broken mast of this vessel.
Here?
Yep.
Do we see the grapple still?
Yeah, the grapple is still visible.
And do we see the cannon?
The cannon is actually under, like it needs to be salvaged from below.
Okay. And what's shining?
At this distance, you roll the perception check. Let's see if you can resolve what's there.
Okay. I'm just going to calculate the sheet. So we've got Lee gets a 29, Balmaris gets a 33.
Okay. Yeah, Lee doesn't notice it as much. Balmaris seems to have a lot easier time seeing it. There's this golden, like it's a golden like emblem emblazoned on the side of the ship.
Do we recognize the emblem? Is it the dolphin lead?
It gives you goody little two shoes vibes. It is slightly chaotic for your tastes, but it does look like something that's holy.
Well, we'll get a little bit closer.
Okay. You basically sail your way closer. As you get closer, you are going to get closer and closer to the rocky reefs. I don't know at what point you want to switch to swimming, or do you want to get your raft all the way up to this boat?
I think we want to get the raft all the way up to the boat.
Okay, makes sense. Give me a rolled piloting check.
Okay. Profession sailor. I'm just going to recalculate the sheet. Ooh. Grimsby rolled a... Is that not adding? Oh no, he rolled a 2. Gets a 17 and a 29 with AIDS.
Okay. Give me a second. I don't think I have that sheet open. Open. This one.
It's all your fault, Grimsby.
It's all your fault, Grimsby. Well, yeah, you can't blame Grimsby. Yeah, whatever.
Sodak rolled really well. His aid was +4.
Who would trust a guy who can't even fucking see? If you pass me, roll a d20.
Oh, this shark gets embedded in there. 6.
6. Okay. A d3.
2.
2. Okay. There's a as you're pulling up to the wreck, there's this massive crunching sound as the bottom of the hull smashes against a rock. Basically, the ship has the broken condition. It's not destroyed. It's just broken, and it's got a medium leak. You basically need at least one humanoid continuously bailing to keep the thing from sinking.
All right, Sodak has spells. Let's see if Ahmed prepares the right spells.
Oh fuck! I would have hurt my back if I could still feel my back.
And of course, he does it the opposite way. His check marks mean that they're cast and not.
It's just so confusing. Everything's backwards.
Everything. He's going to cast Make Whole on the boat.
Okay. All right. Okay. You basically are able to fix the hole in the hull. I think it takes 10 minutes to cast Make Whole.
No, grit. It's open.
10 minutes. A greater Make Whole is standard. Make Whole is 10 minutes.
No, he's casting a greater Make Whole.
Oh, greater Make Whole. Okay,
he's
cool.
got one of those prepared.
Yeah. All right. The boat's fixed. All right. So this is.
Give me a second. All right. Sorry about that. Greater Make Whole. Standard action. Yeah, he's got only one of them prepared.
Okay.
Does that unbroken the boat?
That just unbrokens the boat. Okay. It unbrokens the boat. The leak stops.
There's only one of those.
Okay. As you're approaching,
We need to be more careful. There are live people aboard this boat, Grimsby.
what the kind of bullshit? What do you take me for?
Rose is fucking white knuckled on the boat. It's +5 in proficient sailor. This is not where you're supposed to be.
You go to the rough ass seas.
Yep. As soon as he can, he's going to hop up onto the wreck using his acrobatics. He's much more adept on.
Okay, Grimsby. So as you're approaching, Grimsby basically like, oh, I don't feel so good.
Did you reach something?
You're on approach. Why, I've got nothing but pickle juice and leather jerky for. I mean,
Lee doesn't like the look of the light now. I think it's harming your friend Grimsby, so he's going to whip, as any good throwing character would do, whip a rock at the light.
Okay, you're at about 100. You're about 120 feet away, or less than 120 feet away when Grimsby starts to complain.
All right. Maybe it's not a rock. Give me a second. A throwing rock for Lee. Where are his rocks? $120 feet. We'll make it a javelin instead.
Oh, here, let me see if I can get rid of it. Oh, I haven't had a fucking headache like this since for quite some fucking time.
You can see that like the illusion that's showing Grimsby being fleshy appears to be like weakening. He's looking like very much aged, and Ogozu has actually fallen behind. Like he hasn't kept up with the boat.
Yep. We will drink our mutagen, and we'll use a round of rage for this. And you're saying 120? That's 4. Okay, hit AC 22.
Okay, yeah, you hit this glowing symbol.
Or 27 piercing damage.
27 piercing. Okay. There's a crack, and I just want to check to see if this thing.
Okay. In the flurry, the second javelin.
Okay. All right. I need it would be this.
AC 21.
It hits. Hitting it is easy.
Another 25 damage.
All right. So it would be that, and it would be. 10 times. So it was 25 and how much?
27 and 25 damage before any DR.
Okay, so that's 42. Okay, it's definitely cracking. As you're getting closer, you can see Grimsby is starting to smoke a little bit.
All right. Well, next round we'll flurry again.
Okay. Okay. Grimsby takes. Sorry, he does get a will save.
He also has got channel resistance if this is a channel.
It is.
Got a +4 on his channel resistance.
Channel resistance. I just need to check to see. This does as per blah, except blah, undead do blah. Does channel resistance apply to like cure light wounds? I don't think so.
Good question.
If you could check that while
It's specifically channeled energy.
Okay, yeah. So, all right. Grimsby, the bad lad. What's your will save? We need to replace your bonuses, son. The hardy applies. Okay. All right. So Grimsby takes 19 damage this round.
Okay. Lee's gonna whip 2 more javelins, and I think Sodak is shooting the light.
Okay.
AC 36, not 20. AC 23. So that's 2 hits.
It can't be critted. It is an object.
I'll just roll the damage together. 53 damage from Lee, and then Sodak is just gonna fucking unload with his angel-killing gun.
Bang, glowy bullshit. Bang.
Let's see if I get this right. Right. Rapid shot, primary shot, secondary, tertiary, haste. Okay, I'll just do 2 attacks because I'm confused about this. Every time he fires, he can let 2 bullets out of his gun, and he could rapid shot for 4. It's ridiculous. Okay. And you said it's pretty easy to hit. We're at what range at this point?
At this point, you would be 90 feet away.
Okay. So both shots simultaneously. Rapid shot is another -2, but that allowed him to do 4 bullets and then -2 for range. So his gun blams a bunch of times. AC 20, AC 23, AC 12, and AC 23.
AC 12 hits.
Okay. This is without any buffs.
Okay, the DR is 5.
Okay.
So, because I don't know if he has a minimum of 5 damage per attack.
No, he's got minimum of 9. So,
okay, then you can just roll it all with it.
Yeah. So 4d12 plus 32 minus 20. So after damage reduction, 37 from.
So 37 plus 43 plus the previous. Okay, you destroy this. You basically blow the top off of this thing.
Okay.
Feels much better. Grimsby stops smoking.
Get over here, you scaredy pants!
Gozu swims to catch up. There's this sparkling little white fragments of dust sort of flying through the sky.
You've got ways to heal yourself, right, Grimsby?
Oh yeah, it's just hard to do when you got some migraines. Grimsby will inflict light wounds upon himself a couple of times. Well, he's going to finish parking the boat, and then he's going to do that because.
Okay. Rose hops up onto the wreck. Is there an acrobatics check or?
Yep. There's what's his base acrobatics? Rose
plus 15, plus 19 for jumping.
Okay, you make it. Like you're able to scamper across here. You're more comfortable on the shipwrecked boat than you are on the little dinghy going through the rough waves. Okay. Do you have Rose doesn't have any survival or anything like that, does he?
Rose does not.
Rose does not. Okay.
He's kind of a city court guy.
Okay.
Sings and gardens and knows haikus.
And talk to the ladies. Gives them some poetry. Okay. Rose scrambles aboard. You're on board at an old creaky ship. It is weathered and it's being beat on by rains and salt, but it doesn't seem to be moving very much. This back half of the boat, if you're depending on how good the character's memories are, has actually drifted a little bit, but this part has not moved.
I think we're gonna shove the boat
in between.
In between here.
Okay.
So access both sides.
All right, you can still see the cannon that is below the water line that needs to be raised from the sea.
Okay, can Sodak reach the cannon from the boat, or does he have to go into the water?
He'll have to go into the water.
How far down is it?
It's 10 feet underwater.
Okay. Sodak will cast a few spells before going in there, just in case there's something lurking.
Okay. Ogozu is just going to circle circling the shipwreck.
So Sodak's going to cast Freedom of Movement on himself. And then I have to check to see how these work. Sorry, he has a dry load powder horn. When a firearm is loaded with black powder directly from this horn, the horn creates a small pocket of air that envelops the gun, allowing it to be shot underwater or in area lacking air, such as a vacuum. Okay. Using a firearm that's been loaded with the horn, it still incurs the -2 penalty for every 5 feet of water a bullet passes through. So he's going to load his... Which gun? Well, it's guarded by the angels, and he's on angel killing quest, so he'll load Angel Killer, which is this +2 reliable Bane, good outsider, double barrel musket. He'll load that with the dry powder horn. Is there anything else that he should be casting on himself? Magic Circle against good. Grimly is casting that. You will cast a line weapon communal. To make all of our weapons evil. Rose's sword, so 9 things. Rose's sword, his gun, Lee's 2 returning balls. Does Grimsby have a weapon?
I don't think you get a cast on his claws because he's not a monk.
You can't cast a spell on a natural weapon. Okay. Balmaris is a big fucking Tetsubo.
Balmaris has a Tetsubo. Cool. Grimsby has a rapier if needed.
Okay.
Because
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh fuck! I forgot I even had this thing.
6. Rose has a second weapon. 7. So yeah, basically, and he'll get the rest of his guns. Basically,
Just in case there are angels.
Seems appropriate.
everyone's weapons are all creepy now.
Fucking dicks.
Line weapon.
During that period, Grimsby was casting his inflicting spells upon himself.
Yeah, Rose doesn't complain, but he doesn't like the place that you're in. He doesn't like the ookiness of the weapon that he's got, like his weapon. So that's. Let me see if there's anything else that Sodak would cast before hopping in the water. Sodak, where are you? There you are. You might as well cast the communal anthaul. I don't know what the spell does, Ahmed.
What spell?
Fickle Winds.
I believe this is a bullshit spell.
Create a mobile cylinder of web encompassing every target of the spell, protecting them as wind wall, but not interfering with them in any way. Arrows and bolts fired at targets are deflected upwards and miss, but targets' own arrows and bolts pass through the wall if they were not there.
It's in the chain of like archers don't exist in the game anymore spells.
Yeah, I don't know if you okayed this spell or not.
It's one that I basically said I know it exists. The second you use it, I'm going to use it back. it's indeed like because it's bullshit, right? So
Yeah, you have to bring the spell down to make a whole.
Yeah.
It's a 5th level spell. Weird. Okay. He's going underwater, so I don't think that's a
that's
thing.
not the important thing. Yeah.
None of us are turning invisible, although he doesn't know that Rose can. He won't put up invisibility or purge. And we'll save the others until combat begins. So I think he's good. He's got
It's a more powerful version of a different spell that I had already said no to, just in case. It's at a lower level. It's a lower level,
all right.
better version.
I'm just gonna mark that in red.
Yeah. What's funny is they added this to the system like in 2011. It's a very old, broken spell that we've always just went, no, it's stupid. One buff, and the entire party is immune to archers.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you handle that one. I'm gonna replace it with a different spell, which was probably fabricate because he was making cannons.
Then he wouldn't have had to cast.
Oh no, sorry. He gets fabricate from his domain.
Right.
I see how he's doing it. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Undead Island, he casts Disrupting Weapon. Or he's not casting it, but he has it.
Yeah.
Okay. He casts his spells. Let me just double check Rose. I think Rose might have a tattoo potion or something that he might tap. Yeah, he tapped his mage armor potion as we approached the island.
Okay.
And I think he has a potion of shield in hand, along with his katana.
Grimsby will false life after casting the other spells.
Okay.
Actually, Grimsby will good hope before casting false life. After casting the healing spells.
Lee has a few buffs. Although he did buff the other party. So he will put up a bull strength, or drink a bull strength, a sea invis, and a shield.
Okay.
And then, how does he have mage armor? He has also a tattoo potion that he's going to use. Muted. All right, Sodak is going to jump in the water.
Okay, give me a percentile roll.
80.
80? Okay. Give me a D20.
17. Oh, God.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of reef claws down there. They don't seem overly aggressive. Maybe they just eat. Maybe they've just eaten. Did Sodak fight the original reef claws? I don't think so. He's never fought. He's never fought these before. There's a bunch of weird little crab lobsters down there.
Okay,
They're pretty big. There's like 70-pound crab lobsters just covering everything.
He'll shoot any of the ones if they come at him, but I don't think if he sees that they're not coming at him, he'll blink for a moment and then inch his way to the cannon.
Okay, you see them like docilely sort of repositioning. Like they're moving away from him a little bit.
Very odd. He's a watery creature, I guess. He's an amphibian.
Does he have knowledge engineering?
Oh, no, this is Sodak. Sodak has no knowledge. He knows how to build things, arguably.
Arguably. Okay.
Yeah, he needs ship items to max ranks to. Yeah, anyways, yeah. So Sodak sees they look like the little fuckers of the big thing that the other group brought back.
Yep. They're like little versions of that.
He'll keep an eye on them, but then he'll start inscribing the magic runes on the cannon.
Okay.
He will do. He might as well do 4 runes, just so that it lasts 9 hours. It's about half a little under half of his power for a rune forger.
Okay. You etch the runes.
Okay, he'll give Balmaris like a thumbs up,
Okay.
and Balmaris.
Okay. A brief claw comes like tipping out of the cannon, like down the barrel.
Pour it out in the water.
It's just sort of like lazily flops out into the sea.
Okay. Balmaris' strength is 34.
And he's huge.
And he's huge. I think I might have actually done the oh, no, I didn't. I did it when he was large.
All right. So 34 is going to be... so his heavy load would be 2,800 times 3, so 7,000... 7,400, something like that.
So it's like a metal urn, like an empty beer keg to him.
It's a beer keg, right?
He
like,
fills with the water and then he puts it in. He puts the cannon into the ship.
Yeah. It's on the upper end of his light load, or a little like light between light and medium load.
Okay. He will look up at the mast. We've been talking about this treasure forever, so he probably can. I think break the mast. Give me a second. Sodak has crafted him a +1 sundering tetsubo that is versatile, so that he gets to treat it like a natural weapon.
Oh. I see where this is going. I chop down trees with a club.
He's going to sunder the mast, is what he's going to do.
Okay. You hit the mast. That's automatic.
Yep. 45 on the sunder check.
It's not fighting back, so it's just to do damage.
Okay.
Like it's not trying to dodge, but
yep,
you hit it good.
And he's a tree, so he does double damage against objects. That's his treant power.
That's his treant with his natural attacks. With then the ruin.
No, it's just treants. A treant or an animated tree that makes an attack against an object or structure deals double damage. They just
it's not even. It's just.
The natural is so that he can, as a monk, do flurries with the tetsubo.
Oh no!
And then I think I don't know if I put it into the build. There might be, it's allow him to, so that he can do like weapon focus and weapon specialization with natural in order, and then still keep it on his club, whatever. It's a hack's way of bringing a weapon into a weapon group that it shouldn't be. So I'm picturing it was crafted out of one of the other treants, so it's like really